All right, here we are in front of the Trustful Civic Center for the BirmingHAMfest. It's 100 years of the BirmingHAMfest. Started in 1926. It's now 2026. A lot of great buys in there. You got a couple vendors. You got chat radio in there. You got a few others. We're going to have links to some of them. We got interviews with a few of them. If you're in the Birmingham area, come on down to the Trustful Civic Center for the BirmingHAMfest. Once again, get out. Support these local ham fest. We don't have to go to just the big three, guys. Come on, let's support all of them. KN4MDE, radioactive. BirmingHAMfest, Trustful Civic Center. Got a great turnout this morning. Some familiar faces around here. If you're in the area, come on down. Let's take a walk around here. All right. Those of you familiar with any Hamfest and tailgate in the southeast area, you should know that gentleman right there. Chat radio. They are here. There he is. How's it going?
Wonderful, man. Thank you very much.
All right, great to see y'all out.
Yes, sir.
Anything you need, they've got it. If they don't got it, you probably don't need it. Pass-throughs, wiring, mast, you name it, they've got it. Cable mounts, probably need to look at one of those so we can get the ATOS mounted, don't we? Antennas, all kinds of things. Antennas. Got parts if you're building a Go box. And down here we've got handy talkies, mobile units, 2300s, a 705, plenty of antennas. You get a chance, go out and show Chat Radio some love. Like I said, they are at any event that you see in the Southeast. All right, we've got the Alabama Historical Radio Society here. We've got Mr. Stephen Westbrook. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit, get a little more information about the Historical Radio Society and what you got out here and what y'all do.
Yes, sir. With Alabama Historical Radio Society, we were started in 1989 by a guy named Don Kresge. He had been a General Electric engineer. He'd worked with a guy named Edwin Armstrong, who invented FM radio, among other things. And we've been involved in historical radio, trying to preserve the history of radio, which we do through our library. And then also we do have a complete repair facility as well as a museum in downtown Birmingham. We are on the internet at alabamahistoricalradiosociety.org, and we have a website that has all the information about us. And we invite everyone who's interested in radio to check us out and come see us.
All right, I noticed you had several radios that said they were built by different people. Are they members of the club or just radios y'all have acquired?
A lot of radios we've acquired for our museum. We have a museum both at Alabama Power Company at their main atrium building, And then we continue that over into the shop. We have a collection of transoceanics, all kinds of birding radio. Also, if you're from Birmingham, you may remember Joe Rumore. He was the main
All right.
DJ for WVOK. We have his broadcast studio. And we also have the studio that was built by Mr. Knight, Russ Knight, and that was Joe Dennessy was his real name. He had built a station from scraps, run away by radio stations. He built a pirate radio station and broadcast in northeast Alabama. And he had also been an engineer as well as a DJ. He was an engineer for EWT and Brother Angelic.
Okay.
So we've got all of his facility there also. So all kinds of historical things involving radio.
All right. And it looks like you got some really interesting pieces out here.
Yes, we have a lot of, we come to the HAMfest every year. We bring equipment that has been donated to us. A lot of times it needs to be cleaned up. A lot of them is repaired, and we bring it out here and sell it. And it's used to help support the efforts from the club. We do a lot of education with the club. We do a lot of things for museums, for school groups and so forth, especially for homeschooling. And then we also, once a month, we do an education class on electronics. It's free to anybody who wants to come. It's on Saturday morning. So
All right.
you can find out the details on our website.
All right. And one more, if you give me that website one more time, make sure we get some people to it.
AlabamaHistoricalRadioSociety.org or ALHRS.org, either one.
All right.
And we've got a lot of background information, a lot of history information. We also have a site on there for websites of related radio individuals and companies. You can find places that get repairs or parts, and also other organizations involved in radio.
All right. Well, I thank you for giving me a moment of your time this morning. I'm going to walk around the table, show everybody some of the radios and equipment that you've got sitting out here. I want to thank you, and you have a great day here at BirmingHAMfest.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, sir. Let's just take a quick walk around the table here. And showing Gunsmoke to boot. This one is a 1949 TV. 1960 TV. People today wouldn't know what to do with a TV like that. They're used to flat screens.
Yeah.
Helicrafter. All right, still here at the Huntsville. No, I'm in the wrong place. We're at BirmingHAMfest. Mr. Don Keith, N4CK. Don, you're not selling ham radios here. What are you selling?
Well, I'm always selling ham radio. I think I'm an evangelist for ham radio. And call sign November 4 Kilo Charlie. I've only been licensed 63 years.
Only 63.
Only 63. But I do try to be an ambassador for ham radio. And I'm a professional author now. That is, I get paid for it. So I guess I'm a professional.
All right.
But only in the last few years have I written about ham radio. And that's what I do when I evangelize for the greatest hobby on the planet.
All right. Yeah, I've seen you at several ham fests and get-togethers, and you got a wide selection of books down here. You want to tell us a little bit about your writing?
Yep, I just this week published my 46th book. I joke and say I'm going to keep writing until somebody buys one. But I've been very fortunate in that I've had several bestsellers. I had one book that became the movie Hunter Killer, which starred Gerard Butler and Gary Oldman, Common, Linda Carlini. And that one is still on a lot of the streaming services out there. I write about things that interest me. Ham radio, World War II history, modern submarine warfare. I co-write with folks that know a lot more about it than I do as well. George Wallace and I just completed an 11-book series, the Hunter Killer series of submarine novels, thrillers. Several of those were bestsellers. I'm now working on a new series with George set in World War II submarines. They're novels, they're thrillers, but they're also about real people. People who are caught up in the madness of war. We forget the 1940s was the most devastating decade in world history. And I write quite a bit about that. I'm also doing another series about bomb demolition technicians in World War II. They actually went in and defused and tried to clean up unexploded bombs in the wake of all the Blitzkrieg and D-Day and the march across Europe. 10% of the bombs dropped in World War II didn't explode. These guys had to go in and try to take care of that mess before it killed people or before it stopped Patton's Third Army in its tracks, which our hero in the novel actually did. And the guy that he is based on actually stopped Patton in his tracks because they had to defuse a 2,000-pound bomb in the middle of the passage where they were trying to get through to Paris. I love writing about real people. If you get real people, you put them in impossible situations and they emerge victorious and better people. That's my kind of story. I think that makes the perfect story.
Absolutely. Makes for a great story. And you said you've also started writing about ham radio.
About ham radio, I kept running into people who had always been interested in the hobby. Maybe they got their license, maybe they didn't. And I always ask, why? Why didn't you get on the air? Why didn't you fall in love with a hobby like I did when I was 13 years old? And I get different answers, and the ones that sort of boil to the top became a book that I call Get on the Air Now. And things scare people away. Having to have a license, having to pass a test, having to put together a station or put up an antenna, not knowing what to say when you actually turn that microphone on and start talking, or you're afraid you'll be ridiculed because you don't know the lingo. That kept people from getting deeper into the hobby. And I kind of overcome each one of those objections in that book. I did another one because I kept hearing people say, I've got a cell phone. Why do I need a ham radio with an antenna and spend $10,000 on a station? Well, that caused me to write a book called Riding the Shortwaves, where I talked about how the hobby has a lot more to it than just talking. And I hope that encourages a lot of people to get into the hobby.
All right. Sounds great. And if someone wants to check out your books, you have a website they can go to?
I do. You can go to either one of two places, donkeith.com, DONKEITH.com, or my call sign, N4KC.com.
All right. Go to either one of those. Check out Don's books. Thank you, Don, for talking to us.
Thank you very much. 73.
73. And we're just going to show you a small selection of what he's got here.
I've, as I say, published 46. I've got 5 more I'd like to publish someday.
All right. All right. And again, I want to thank you for taking time to talk to us today, sir.
You are very welcome.
You have a
Maybe I'll be
great day
talking to
and-
you on the air someday.
And 7 threes.